Is it Sabrina Carpenter?
I did not want this to be number one. No. Oh. I could not name a song from her if somebody pointed a gun at my head.
I think you could. Go ahead. Try it.
Donut.
You're actually relatively close with that.
Are you serious?
What, is it like bagel or something?
No, espresso.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
You're unironically kind of close.
That's... Why does my forehead look so fucking big?
Because you have a big ass forehead.
People have been saying this.
My hairline is right here. Like my forehead.
You have a hairline? My hairline's straight line is my hairline.
For me, I got the Omega Widow's peak going on. I also got a big forehead. It's just my
Nosferatu.
Sheesh.
I've got the cleanest hairline in the game, both in 2024 and 2025. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. It is now 2025. Wow. Nobody asked for this podcast to be happening in our glorious year, but it's happening. Okay, and we're here. My name is Nestani.
Yeah. I am Jaxler 2025 edition.
I am still DECosmic.
I'm still Coley.
Do you still live in Delaware, Cosmic, or did you move?
I do. Oh. I still live in Delaware.
Oh.
That's going to be such a branding nightmare if I ever decide to move out of this state, dude.
Weren't you like considering moving to Minnesota at one point where you were like...
Yeah, I was.
MN Cosmic.
MN. Nah, I don't know what I would do, bro. Yeah.
If you move to Michigan, it'll be like my Cosmic.
Me Cosmic.
It sounds like a fucking GameCube game, dude.
He can move to California and go Cosmic, you know? Like, come on, that would be lit.
Honestly,
that's
there's only two options. There's only two options for me at this point: is to stay in Delaware or move to Germany, because then it could be Deutschland Cosmic. So still DE.
That's a stretch. Big stretch.
Well, there are some.
This guy's been doing
it's not even
he's stretching.
Your fan base is mainly English. We're not all like, dude, Deutschland, dude. I love going to Deutschland.
There are people that have asked me if it stands for Deutschland, though, and I'm just like, no, actually.
They live in Europe.
Yeah. I would imagine so.
Countries that aren't English. Come on, like
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Where do we get those names? Where did German come from? Like, that's not even what they call the same.
Germany, probably.
Oh, but
Anyway, ladies, we're gonna be doing a light theme on this episode. It's gonna be kind of similar to what we do, but we're gonna talk about our Spotify wraps, also known as Cole's favorite thing that has ever happened ever. I know that he is loving
ecstatic,
his Spotify
I'm sure.
wrap. Yeah, I want to start with everyone besides. Well, you don't have what? You use Apple Music?
I don't use Spotify, so
you have Apple Music. Apple Music has a wrap.
Napster.
No.
Do you not listen to music?
I listen to it on YouTube.
Okay, guys,
not like
I'm
on
gonna
YouTube.
do Jax's music rap for him. His number one artist, Daft Punk. Number two,
actually
probably
not true.
Linkin Park. Number
not
three,
true, actually.
Probably fucking what else does he doesn't listen to anything else. Maybe Snarky Puppy. I don't know. Number four,
Jet Set Radio soundtrack.
The Beatles.
Is there like a YouTube Wrapped sort of thing?
I don't. There's one for gaming for sure. I think there's one for YouTube music as well.
I think there's one for music.
I don't know if it even shows.
I'm gonna do
some research.
Maybe.
Oh, live finding out. Okay, well we could start with. How about we start with Cosmic, a rare one. We're gonna start with Cosmic.
Yeah, boy. Which one are we starting with? Spotify, right?
Yeah. So it's Spotify.
Okay.
Who's your top 5 artists and why are they there? And which one do you not want there?
Oh, that's a good way to put it. Okay, so my top artists were Bill Murray, not the comedian, the band. Sleep Token, Neck Deep, Code Orange, and Wolf and Bear. So
pop quiz, Cole. Do you know any of those bands?
I like Bill Murray. I've seen his movies, but no. Okay. Never heard any of them. Was one of them Wolfenstein? Isn't that a good game or something?
No, Wolf and Bear.
Oh,
but close. Very close.
I at least know Code Orange. They made that Underneath album, Under Oath album, whatever the fuck it is. It's really
Underneath,
good. Underneath that album.
Isn't that a Frank Ocean album?
No, Under Oath is a metalcore band though. That I said Under Oath for no reason.
I was just making a.
I saw them live. They're fucking dog shit live, by the way. Anyway,
Ouch.
Well, they better be shaking in their boots now that Nestani has something to say.
They might have been good back in the day, not when I saw them. Anyway, which one don't you want to be there, Cosmic? Let's throw some tea, unless you just like them all. But I think it's funnier to just force you to pick one, even if you like all 5.
I mean, of all the artists here, I think the one that really doesn't reflect my musical tastes overall this year would probably be Neck Deep. I don't feel like I really listened to them a whole lot this year, and I don't know where they kind of crept in there at, but I felt like I listened to Code Orange and Wolf and Bear a lot more than I listened to Neck Deep this year.
Who was your number 1, by the way?
So
I don't know if you
Bill
clarified.
Murray.
Bill Murray. Okay.
Bill Murray, yeah.
You probably clarified. I probably just didn't hear it because my brain is bad.
I just listed them in order, but it wasn't explicit. So yeah, no worries. A lot of what I was doing this year was kind of revisiting some of my heavier roots, and by roots I just mostly mean liking heavier music. A lot of the last few years I've listened to a lot of like synthwave, hip hop, electronica, some softer stuff in general, But this year I was like, I really feel like listening to some metal again. And so that's kind of what I did. I mean, Sleep Token kind of notwithstanding, because Sleep Token kind of melds a bunch of different stuff together. And then they have like the heavy section of the song.
Yeah.
But, Code Orange, Bill Murray, Wolf and Bear. And they were kind of like the big ones really, where I was listening to some shreddy stuff, and then some Bill Murray's like country metal, and that was just like, I don't know, that those songs were just
what does that even
what does that mean? I don't.
Country metal.
He like fuses like Midwestern emo and like heavy guitars with
yeah.
Well, no, it's like Midwestern emo lyrics, but with like country twangs and heavy guitars in them.
Gotta lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
And like every mom. It's not that at all, but
that's
so.
I wish you gotta. Somebody make that out there. I'd listen to it.
But like every music video that he makes probably costs like $5 because it's just him like riding his tractor around his yard.
Hey, if it works,
there's another one where he's like wearing an American flag shirt, but it's unbuttoned. He's on top of like a harvester combine, like pointing out to the skies, singing about like, the last woman that left him or whatever in the song. And I'm just like, America.
America, fuck yeah.
But it's some very cool, catchy music. And I was very surprised by how much I listened to it this year, because it was just very interesting way to spin the genre, because I mean, like, country metal and metal music, country and metal music are not really known for going hand in hand. So I really like when you take two things that don't sound like that you wouldn't think on paper could match up, but then you just make them work. And I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty tight. I'm all about it. Code Orange was just like some really fucking heavy, cool shit. They're just dope.
They're just good.
They're just dope. Like, they got a lot of cool shit that they're doing. Their sound is very diverse. Everybody in the band is involved. Like, it's very clear to me that like it's a collective and it's not like necessarily led by any one person, right? Like, because they're always doing something neat. And it's not like they're just trying to write something to, I don't know, show off how technical they are or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there's some parts where they go into that and it's like, all right, I see you. But like, there's one song on the album, it's like near the beginning of the album where...
Underneath or a different album?
Underneath. I listened to The Above as well. That's a really good album. But
Isn't
like,
that their newest
randomly,
one that you told me to listen to?
That's the newest album. Yep.
I haven't listened to it yet.
They have a track on that album with Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins.
Eilish? Oh.
Well, not Billie Eilish, but another Billy, who's way more bald than Billie Eilish.
Billy Ray Cyrus. There's a lot of Billies.
Yeah, that's true. There are. But I'm talking about Billy Corgan.
Most popular names ever.
And
Billy Idol.
They use Billy Corgan
Bill Gates.
in a similar...
Billy Cosby?
let's not talk about Bill Cosby. But they use Steve
Maybe
Vai,
not that one.
They use Steve Jobs?
say, no, not Steve Jobs. So they use. All right, y'all need to shut the fuck up so I can finish the fucking point.
I'm so sorry.
So I can finish the fucking point. So the way that Billy Corgan guest stars on their song on the Above, I forget what that song's called, but they use him in a similar fashion to the way that Steve Vai appears on Polyphia's song Ego Death, where they are a part of the song. They are not like the shining star of that song, but it's used in it's like people will often have these big names on their songs to be like, look, we got so-and-so to be on the song, but that person is like melded a lot better into, and they serve the purpose of the song more than they serve.
I genuinely disagree with that, but maybe just the music that I listen to, a lot of the features have been just very well done, and maybe I haven't experienced the other side. Because a lot of the features that I am familiar with, it's like they made the song together, but...
Yeah. A lot of what I've noticed on tracks that I've listened to over the years is like that person shows up and is like doing their thing to like, show that they're on the song essentially. Whether or not that's like my perception or if that's how it actually is a totally different story.
Yeah.
Right. But that's kind of like when Steve Vai shows up on Ego Death with Polyphia, he's like very clearly it's Steve Vai playing, but he's not like showing off and like trying to clearly like show like, yeah, I'm fucking the legend Steve Vai. Like the dudes in Polyphia are keeping pace with him, and he's like pulling it in to serve the song a lot better. And it was like much more. It was very refreshing to hear.
Is this an instrumental collab?
So Steve Vai was, but Billy Corgan is not.
I actually agree with your point then. Like with instrumental collabs, I do agree with you because I don't know if you know the guitarist Ichika Nito or however the fuck you say his name.
No, I don't.
Wichita, whatever the fuck. But like he has a very, very distinct sound of how he plays and how he does the thing. And I feel like any song that he would ever feature on, he's just saying, hey, I'm Ichika. Hello, I'm on the song. Yeah. And I get what you're referring to now. I think that's more egregious with instrumentals than it is with vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Joe Satriani's kind of the same way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I
would
haven't
agree.
heard anything he's been featured on per se a lot, but
yeah, it's fair. Yeah, so I mean, they use, and maybe I only got this impression because I had heard this song in such close proximity within a year or so of the Ego Death thing, and then hearing this song with Billy Corgan, where I expected him to kind of take over the song at the point that he was in. He very clearly didn't. So, I mean, Code Orange is just a very talented group of musicians that make a lot of space for each other. Like there's a bunch of the tracks in a row that like feature the main singer, and then like their guitarist just it's all her for like a song, for like one or two songs. And like there's clearly just as much effort put into like being a collective as there is in making the individual pieces shine. So really, really great musicians. Wolf and Bear was a little bit of a weird one. I think I found them on a Discover Weekly type thing. And also just a talented group of people. And that was an album that kind of had to grow on me a little bit. I'm not exactly sure what you would call them, but I mean, they're metal. But they got like they got poppy kind of vocals.
You could call them metal, giant umbrella.
Yeah,
biggest umbrella
giant
covering the whole continent.
Yeah. Exactly, right. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, do you call it gent? Do you call it metal? Do you call it like poppy metal or whatever the fuck you want to do? Yeah. So that was an album that kind of had to grow on me a little bit, but I'm glad I kind of gave it a chance because there's some very catchy licks and lines and stuff in there. So Sleep Token was, I'm surprised they kind of got on here too. I guess I just listened to a few songs a lot because I listened to their album Take Me Back to Eden a bunch. That's the only.
Back to the ball game.
Not quite.
I
feel like Sleep Token is one of those bands where like whenever I hear someone talking about it, they either fucking love it or they fucking hate it. And like,
see, I still kind of. I kind of feel like I'm somewhere in the middle because I like the newest album, the Take Me Back to Eden, but I've listened to like some of their other stuff and I'm like, this is fine, but I think probably if I were to see them live, I would probably go into the love them bucket because the production that I've seen for their live shows is really, really good. They very much are putting on like a show, and it's very clear that with the way that their songs are structured, sort of unconventionally, at times conventional, but other times unconventional, it's very clear that they're like doing a show too, or like these songs are part of a larger picture of this thing that they're trying to do, because the whole point of the band is that they're servants of a god called Sleep, and that's why the guy's name is Vessel, is because he's basically the mouthpiece for Sleep, and that's why all of them like cover their faces, because they're just anonymous and they wanted people to focus on like this sort of picture or fiction that they're trying to paint for everybody. It's a very interesting and unique take, I think, on this like atmospheric sort of heavy shit that they're talking about here in these songs, because I don't think that they're doing like a concept album, but they're a concept group. Yeah, they're a concept group essentially. Yeah. So
that's cool.
I don't necessarily think that their songs are telling, like their albums are telling stories. Obviously individual songs kind of are, but they're very much trying to give you they're trying to evoke sort of like a cultist ritual type thing, when they play, in terms of the vibes or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It's been a while too, I think, since we've seen bands that have gone strictly anonymous. There's one other group I can think of called Black Gold, which is a like nu metal group from the UK, I think, and they are just completely anonymous. They always wear masks. They always wear all black and gold, hence the name. Mm-hmm. So groups like these, I think taking a backseat in terms of identity to let more of the music shine, or paint a certain picture for how their productions go, or their concerts or everything go, is very interesting in contrast to
the norm.
How big a part like image plays now, like in terms of relatability and such. So
yeah.
It's cool.
I'm unfamiliar with this, but you probably are. Isn't like the early days of Slipknot, they were also like more
completely anonymous
because they would always do the face. Like I know that like some of them aren't anymore, or maybe they're all not, but that was like
I think I mean, I think it took until I was, maybe out of college to or maybe in the middle of college to even see a picture of Corey Taylor's face. And now it's hard to find a recent picture of him with a mask on by comparison, because he's everywhere with his mask off. So
not to confuse with Mask Off, the song by Future.
True.
I'm glad you clarified that, because I'm just over here.
It was so confused, but and I mean that's part of it is like he's like those members are older now, and the group has changed as well with Slipknot. I mean, Corey Taylor has even come out and said that he thought that like Sleep Token's whole thing with being anonymous was pretty cool as well, and I think it's probably because he gets that mentality of we want to let the music strictly speak for us.
I think it's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think it's dope. Yeah,
because I think I think like a lot of, especially like popular music, like half the battle of being a super popular artist is just being attractive, right? And so whenever you just like strip that from that,
Sabrina Carpenter.
I mean, literally all of them. The number one on my list is included on that, right? But like, if you strip away all of that and then you're just left with the music, it really like it forces like people that don't really like listen to music to be like, oh, do I like this thing or not? Or do I just like the appearance of this? And so I just generally like it, which is how most pop music goes, is that people just generally like the image of the pop star or whatever they're doing. And then all their other friends like it. And so then they're more inclined to like the thing. Right. And it's just like, and so I always respect a lot of the artists that are just like, all right, here's music. Do you fuck with it?
Yeah. I remember, because the thing too is like, I think the first song I really heard from Sleep Token was Granite. And this guy Vessel has like such a unique voice as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so I was like kind of tuned in at like the start of the song, and then the chorus kicks in, and this guy has such wordy choruses compared to the norm. Like 2 lines from this like 10-line chorus is between Christ. The second hand. Yeah, it's like, it's a
That's
lot.
all you needed to say.
I mean,
10-line chorus. I'm like,
I could say the whole chorus, but the 2 lines from it are between the
like,
second.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Do not go karaoke on my ass.
He says, between the secondhand smoke and the glass on the street, you gave me nothing whatsoever but a reason to leave. And like that just kind of flows out of his mouth, and he just keeps going. And I'm like, damn, that shit kind of fire.
Yeah.
Well, like, there's like 8 lines preceding this, and then it's like back into everything, and I'm like,
yeah, that's pretty
damn, bro. Yeah, like,
let it sit.
Yep.
I guess to transition to my list, which out of everyone's list, my list will probably give you the most whiplash out of anyone ever.
Probably.
Because my rep is kind of insane. So we're just going to start it off with my number 1 artist, which probably isn't a surprise to most people, especially if you've watched my stream at any point this year. You've probably heard this album on repeat. Nope. It's Ariana Grande is my number 1.
Oh, that's right.
Artist.
Yeah, Ariana Grande.
Because she released her new album that I don't remember. I think it's called Eternal Sunshine. That album,
The Spotless Mind.
It's just so good, man. It's just so good. And also, I just like Ariana Grande in general. So, like, it's really not surprising that she's number 1. And then number 2, as we've discussed, Mr. Number 2 themselves, number 2 for 3 out of the last 4 years. They've never been number 1.
Crazy. Architects.
Yeah.
So just to recap, guys, we're going from Ariana Grande to Architects, a metalcore group. So just to keep everyone in line. And then we're going to go to Knocked Loose as my 3rd, which is like pretty extreme hardcore metal.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about their new album. Dude, I know they just had like an album come out.
It's my album of the year. We could maybe talk about albums of the year too later on, but like that is definitely my album of the year. I love it. Anyway. And then number 4 is Animals as Leaders, another metal group, kind of surprising in a way, but also I went into like a phase for like 2 months this year where I listened to nothing but instrumental music, and Animals as Leaders instrumental, and I've never really like listened to them before this year, and they're just basically like a technical instrumental metal group. Really cool stuff. Good. Like if you're ever interested in listening to like more metally stuff but don't want to deal with like the harsh vocals that are typically associated with metal, it's a great place to start. And then my 5th, rounding out the list out of these 3 metal groups is Gracie Abrams. I'm sad. That's all I have to say about that. And that's my list. I remember honestly, I tweeted this out on Blue Sky, and Blood Thunder responded to it, and he was just like, interesting list that you have there. Fucking that's Ariana Grande and Knock Loose on the same like top 5 is kind of crazy. If I did have to remove, this is kind of hard because like for me, my Spotify Wrapped is insanely accurate. Like I like every single thing. I'm like that lines up, that lines up, that lines up. Like even the order. Like sometimes I disagree with the order, but I'm like pretty confident in like the order of this one, of Ariana Grande being 1st, Architect 2nd, Knock Loose 3rd, Animals is 4th, and Gracie is 5th. But if I were to actually remove someone, it would probably be, it's between Animals as Leaders and Gracie Abrams. I'm fumbling. I need to make a decision quickly because of retention. Actually, wait, I should stall like the big streamers do. So we're gonna keep stalling a bit.
I mean, I can go into some
No. I've got to stall in this specific way. I would say I would drop Gracie. I feel like I didn't listen to Gracie that much this year. Now maybe I did, but I think I would drop Gracie. Actually, no, because she dropped a new album this year. Never mind. I would drop Animals as Leaders. Final answer: Animals as Leaders. I only listened to them like for a month, and then I didn't listen to them at any other point in the entire year, but I did spam them for that month. So I would probably drop Animals. I don't know who I would even put in that category because I really didn't listen to that much things this year, which is kind of funny. I would probably put one of the local artists that I listen to on there. I will not say who the local artists are, but like I would probably honestly put one of them over Animals as Leaders. But yeah, that's my insanely accurate list. And we can move on to Cole's insanely accurate list as well.
Did you want to go, Jax, or did you want me to?
I can wrap up towards the end because mine will be quick. Okay, so go for it.
Right.
I mean, wait, did you figure out yours?
No, but I know what I listen to, so I might.
Okay, then
go into.
You can do yours first. Let's just save Cole for the end.
Yeah, save Cole for the end. Save the Cole. Oh no, that's some foreshadowing.
You think you might know what you listen to, but it turns out you actually don't. You don't. I think if you actually do find it, it'll tell you something completely different.
Yeah.
So
I kind of determined what I listened to by just like kind of going through my like YouTube, not just most recently listened to, but also just like what comes up in my recommended is like I just listen to a lot of the same shit. So it's been a lot of hip hop for me this year. Obviously a lot of Kendrick. But
bandwagon, pussy,
bandwagon, and not
he just
tracks
listens
from
to
Mad City.
He just
totally
listens to Not Like Us over and over and over
That's
again.
Not true.
Yeah.
Certified Lover Boy, certified.
616 in LA actually is the.
Ew.
Track.
Fair enough.
But
that's the worst. That's the worst track out of all of them. What are you talking about?
Damn.
I like it.
I didn't know we were judging each other's music taste.
Okay.
I'm gonna judge you for that one. Out of all the Kendrick songs of the disc catalog, you choose 616, bro. Like
Well, I just picked it as
better.
another song in
Anyway,
the catalog.
sorry.
That's not my favorite Kendrick song.
Okay. Yeah.
But a lot of Kendrick, a lot of Mos Def as well, I would say.
A lot of Drake.
Auditorium. I have something I need to say about that song though. Fucking Auditorium by Mos Def has like one of the best verses from Mos Def I've ever heard and one of the best beats I've ever heard. And then Slick Rick comes through on the guest verse and is just I fucking hate Slick Rick, dude. I hate that bro. He's just like I did like an album exchange thing with a friend, and the album he gave me was The Art of Storytelling by Slick Rick. And the third song on that album, I shit you not, half of the beat is just some woman like just moaning her rocks off in the back. Exactly, like that, but louder and more passionately. And it was one of the most horrifying. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. You don't want to. I
didn't need you to demonstrate.
Oh, okay.
But you get the idea.
I was just demonstrating for the class. You know.
Yeah, you were getting into character. I see.
Yeah.
You're practicing your white woman impression.
Yeah, I'm method acting.
But yeah, minus the dogs. But
What?
Crazy work.
Crazy. Looking at some Spotify stats.
I don't know. I just really don't fuck with Slick Rick's like delivery or like his writing. Weirdly enough.
I was gonna say the first two lines of that verse are "Sit and come relax, riddle of the Mac. It's the patch. I'm a soldier in the middle of Iraq."
Yeah, it's like I understand this.
Parentheses, and parentheses. Okay,
Yeah.
now we're done.
All right.
It's like I don't know. It's just plus like the messaging like around that whole verse too is just kind of like maybe I just don't get what he's going for, but it's also just kind of like it felt like weirdly reductive of kind of some of the issues going on with all that. But I don't know. But regardless, that's my auditorium rant. That's my rant on that song because like I will literally listen to the first half of that song and then
turn it off?
fast forward and turn it off and go to the next song.
Dude,
yeah.
I do the same thing with a song on what's this guy's name? Corday on Corday's I think 2018 album. There's a song where he has Anderson .Peak on it. I skipped the song because Anderson .Peak is just dog shit on that song. No, Anderson .Peak by himself, his Tiny Desk, really good. Any recorded music that Anderson .Peak is on is fucking dog shit. Anyway.
Damn. You hate to see it, King.
Did you have any other artists, Jaxler?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. I've been in like the hip hop zone. The other one that really comes to mind is Coast Contra, which is like not as well known. They're like it's a group of 4 of them. I think 2 of them are twins. And if you know the name Rascass Cosmic, I don't know if that name rings a bell, but he's also another pretty like well-known rapper. But his like twin sons and like 2 other people started a rap group, and they're all really good. They do like a lot of freestyles off of like, but they put out an album a couple years ago, and I've kind of had that in the rotation. And then like outside of that, like I've been listening to like a lot of like breakcore type of electronic shit. No, not even Daft Punk really. So I've been listening to like Vertigo Away, Sewer Slut, you know, stuff like that. And then I guess like I don't know where to categorize it, but I also listen to Nowhere like a lot. Nowhere is the band that Louis Cole and Genevieve Alftrati have, and it's like this weird like mix of like jazz, electronic. It's just like Louis Cole is insane, and it makes for great music.
Hell yeah.
So I've been listening to that a good bit too. I'm trying to double check if there's anything else. But like other than that, those are kind of like the big things. Just like some smaller electronic artists too that no one's ever heard of. So it's just like, but
yeah.
So Coley, how did your rap go?
Dude, why are you so excited to talk about? You just know I'm gonna be pissed. Like you just know I'm about to get mad.
I just see the content. You know, I just see the content, and I'm getting it. I'm getting
ladies
the
and gentlemen,
content.
the Beatles.
Let me tell you. No,
Hey, guess
that's
who's
what I
not
wanted.
on his top 5? Hey,
That's what I wanted.
spoiler alert, guess who's not on his top 5,
All right,
guys? It's the Beatles and
tell you
Pink
something.
Floyd. They're not there.
Let me tell you something right now, guys. I don't like my Spotify Wrapped, and I think Spotify Wrapped counts the songs wrong. They count the songs not by the duration. They count it as if it's like how many times you have played the song, but not the duration of time you have listened to a song. So what I mean is that like if you listen to something like Maggot Brain by Parliament, Funkadelic, and that's like a 9-minute song, and you listen to that, I don't know, for maybe like 3 months straight, guess what? Guess where that is in your top songs playlist? Oh, like at number like 80. And then you know what does end up in your top songs? The songs that are a minute long that you listen to for a week when you were driving home from work. What the fuck? So I'm going to go through my top 5 artists, and I'm already going to just, I don't like it. I don't care. It's horrible. Spotify, you failed me. Because here's the thing is I messaged this immediately in the Discord. I was bitching about it, and Nestani was like, actually, if you don't use it for studying or for workout, then you're fine. Dude, I spent less time on Spotify. I only had 46,000 minutes on Spotify. Last year I had 98,000. So it's like I cut my time in half and I got worse data. Like, what does that even mean? So
well, when your sample size is smaller, the data
Number
is less
5
reliable.
is Jeremy Soule, and Jeremy Soule is the one of 2 people that I am fine with. This is Skyrim. I listen to Skyrim Atmospheres.
He's also just like a legendary video game music composer.
Just a great composer. I love it.
Apparently he's kind of a dick, but like, I mean, his music's good, so it's like,
yeah. Well,
that means he's a good person. I suppose.
But
bigger number.
You know what's funny? Only one of his songs showed up in my top 2024 soundtrack thing, and the one that I listened to a lot, it wasn't there. It just wasn't there. Oh wait, actually,
maybe you just didn't listen to it as much as you thought you listened to it.
Shut up, and then. So that's fine. That's fine. We got 5. Number 4 is Sega Sound Team. What the fuck? What? Where did that come? Sega?
Mr. Advertising doesn't work on me.
Advertising doesn't work on this man, by the way. He's just booing up Sega songs.
It's not even that, because here's the thing, is that I don't know what I listen to even put this guy on my list. I have one song, and it was from Sonic Rush, and it was on a comp album, because the guy who actually made the fantastic Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure soundtrack, it's not on Spotify. It's because I don't know if he just doesn't want it on Spotify, or it's on Napster or something. I don't know. But so that's the only song that's even on the big boy playlist, the list that's supposed to be like, dude, this is your year. You recap, you got it.
The top 100. Yeah.
What? And I know for a fact that I did not just listen to like 100 Sega songs, like for a month. What? That is not. No. I know myself, all right?
Are you sure?
I get so pissed when people question if I know myself. I know myself better than you do. I'm in here 24/7. You think you know me just because you go to page 725 in my book of life? No, you got to start with the prologue, man. You don't know this. So yeah, this is stupid. I love Sega. It's been in my top artists before, and I'm fine with that. I love Sonic music, but like I don't listen to anything else that's on Sega. I do not give a rat's ass about Sonic Frontiers,
freaking just
Yakuza,
showed us a Sonic
Super
2
Monkey
movie
Ball
poster. What the fuck are you talking about?
You did show us a Sonic 2 poster 2 weeks ago. This is true. You did show us. You pulled out that poster.
Wait, what are you talking? What did I?
You showed the Sonic 2 poster 2 years ago or 2 weeks ago. Like
no,
honestly, last year.
No. Here's what I'm saying is that I did not listen to like any Sonic music on Spotify because the soundtracks I want to listen to are on YouTube, which is fine. I don't listen to any other Sega music though. No Yakuza, no Super Monkey Ball. I don't know what this Phantasy Star Online garbage is. Like all of this, I don't understand.
Snowy Google in shambles right now.
I don't know what any of this is that I'm looking at on the Sega Sound Team album. Like, where is this coming from? Like, the only other thing I could possibly fathom is Jet Set Radio, but that is like so just like, man, I just want to listen to that one song because I listened to it in middle school all the time. That's it. Like,
understand
what
the concept of love.
So, and the song that's on my list, by the way, the only one song, number 58, is Plant Kingdom in
number
Sonic
58.
Adventure. That's a great song.
That's crazy.
That is number 58. That is the only, you search Sega Team on this play, that's the only one. And I'm just here like, okay, cool. Number 3, this is just 4. Number 3.
This is just 4, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We have a long way to go.
Number 3 is this guy named Labby Sifry. And it's really, this guy is a fantastic folk singer. L-A-B-I and then S-I-F-F-R-E. I could be pronouncing his name completely wrong and I apologize. I'm pretty sure it's Labby Sifry though. Everybody knows him from, he has a song that's called My Song, and then Kanye sampled My Song, so it's not his song anymore. But anyway, he's got a fantastic discography. I love this guy. And I listened to Bless the Telephone just back to back. Like, I'd be done with work over the summer. I would listen to it then. I'd be getting to work. I'd listen to it then. It's just such a peaceful, nice, just acoustic guitar and a voice, and it's simple and it's great. And you know what? That's not even a top song. That is a 1:41 song, which is a short song, and it wasn't on the top 5, but all these other 1-minute garbage is. So why is it not even there? It's like barely on the playlist.
It's almost like they don't do it by individual songs.
I did not listen to Give Me Some More by this guy, then Bless the Telephone. That's just ridiculous.
You know, like maybe they do.
And you know what's the funny thing is that I'm so mad that I'm just like, it's fine. I love that he's at number 3. He's a great artist. This guy is
like maybe there's incorrect with this. Have you ever thought about that?
But why? Where is he on the top songs list? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I know myself, people. I know myself more than anybody in this world. And if you're telling me this Spotify AI robot guy is going to be like, actually, you listen to this random song by Wings more. Like, get the out of here, man. I'm trying not to yell because my dad's probably asleep. But it's like, dude, what are you talking about? How does it feel to get Dono walled? Number 2.
Quick question. Quick thing, Coley. By the way, quick thing. Okay. I'm pretty sure I know where this Sega Sound Team stuff is coming from for you. Sega.
Number 2. And I don't even know how to feel about this one because I like these artists. Like, I like this one, but I just don't think I did not listen to them for that much of the year, is King
Apparently you
Gizzard
did.
and the Lizard Wizard.
Hey, King Gizzard!
Hey, let's
I
go.
King Gizzy and the Lizzie Wizard.
I listened, and I think it is just I spam Nonagon Affinity at the gym, so it's like whatever. I also love Nuclear Fusion on the Flying Microtonal Banana, and that's number 6 on the playlist, by the way. So I mean, I don't, and so I'm like, when did I even hear about these guys from Nestani? Like in September? Like you could pull up the episode that we did it. Like
yeah, you can. You do have the receipts.
Does that really like encapsulate the whole year of 2024? I don't know, but I'm not like I could have had worse.
How much
up at the top?
How many different albums did you listen to of King Gizzard, by the way? Just for me,
I only listened to those two.
Just those two.
Flying Microtonal Banana. And
I guess it
Nonagon
is
Affinity.
2. Yeah.
That's such a funny name for an album.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
Well, I like.
Microtonal
And
Banana.
so this is the other thing is that Spotify likes to be cool, or it thinks it's cool, and it gives you all these like stupid names for like, oh, and in this month you listen to blah blah blah. September was your smooth microtonal neo psychedelic season. Shut the fuck up! Like you think you know me? God damn, dude.
I think they do.
Just shut up.
I think
You
it's
know
pretty
what?
accurate.
Here's something that grinds my gears about Spotify Wrapped. Even more than just like the garbage data it gives you. This I get on the first viewing. You want to like sit back, you want to watch, you see all the fancy animations that they made After Effects, and like they paid all these people for it. If I want to go back through my Wrapped again,
Dude, it takes forever.
I want it quick.
No,
It
I
takes
agree.
so
I'm with you.
long
I'm with you on this one.
to see your shit again.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
bananas. I do not care
Speak on
that
it,
you
King.
paid for these animations. That is your fault.
Not to be confused
I
with,
just want,
bananas
just give
from,
me
like,
it on a
Donkey Kong.
PDF
The
or
microphone
something. Just
one.
let me print it
Yeah.
out. Like, let me fax it to the people I want to share it
That-
to.
Super Monkey Ball.
Like,
Sega,
In
you know.
2025?
People do be faxing still.
Some people do still fax. It's actually
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah,
amount
it's
of times
actually
when they
still
fax.
very common, especially in state life. Anyway. So
And-
who's your number
and
one
it's-
artist, Cole?
So, and my number one artist is
It's the
stupid.
Beatles.
My
Everyone.
number one artist makes no sense. And some people might actually think that this is not a bad number one for the eyes of many people. But for me, it's personal.
Is this Sabrina
I
Carpenter?
did not want this to be number one. No. I could not name a song from her if somebody pointed a gun at my head.
I think you could. Go ahead. Try it.
Donut.
You're actually relatively close with that.
Are you
What,
serious?
is it like
I just-
bagel or something?
No, espresso.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that'll do it.
shit!
you're unironically kind of close.
That's actually kind of
You're kinda close to
I just
nailing
was
it.
thinking of donuts, dude.
Kinda close.
love
Anyway,
donuts.
my top artist is
Slipknot.
is it? I don't even know how to actually technically pronounce it. C418, C418. The Minecraft music. The Minecraft music. That guy got into my top artist spot, and it is my top song, which I listened to for a week. And it's called Droopy Likes Your Face, because I just thought the story behind that song was interesting. It's based on some like book, like some kid's book. And so everybody thought, oh, the Ender Dragon's real name is Droopy because Droopy in the book is a dragon. It's Droopy the Dragon. That's my top song of the year, of the whole year of 2024, the garbage shit whole year. I graduated. I did stuff like this should be a golden year. This should be a year.
I did.
Like
Did stuff.
this
pretty
is
good,
where
yeah.
this playlist is supposed to encapture. Like, man, this was the last time you were like basically like you were. This was a pivotal point. You know what? I'm gonna look back at this playlist and say, God, like I'm gonna get acid reflux every time I look at this playlist. I need a Tums. Like it's just that disgusting.
crazy.
It's just that horrible. So like, let me tell you all my top songs right here, just to get a clue of why I'm a little upset. So number one is Droopy Likes Your Face. That is 1 minute and 57 seconds. My number 2 song, so the Beatles still kind of got their little spotlight here, but it's Wings, so it's like one member of the Beatles band, but it was Cuff Link in London Town, which is like, it's just an improvised song. It's just like a fun little diddle. It is It is just barely sub 2 minutes. It is 1 minute 59 seconds. So these are short songs back to back. So when I saw this for the first time, I was like, okay.
I just want to say something real quick. You were just complaining like just a little bit ago that this like minute 40-second song wasn't even on your list at all. So like maybe Spotify's just like more accurate than you think. Considering
number
these
3,
other short songs
this song is
and
actually
short
accurate.
song that you don't think
this song number 3 is Symphonic Suite Part 2 3rd from the Attack on Titan Season 3 OST. This song I listened to so many times when I was working out. It is actually ridiculous. This song I will never get sick of. This song is rocket fuel. Like, if I am gonna get drafted one of these days, this is let me pivot for a second here.
Where are we going?
A lot of times when I go to the gym,
Mom, where are we going?
I think to myself, man, I've lost a lot of weight. I used to weigh 280. I'm like 230 now. I'm going to be pissed if the draft comes up now. Like, I should have just stayed fat. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm going to be pissed if I'm drafted and they're going to be like, yep, get on the front lines. You're a fit motherfucker. Like, you look at you.
You're going to the Space Force, bitch.
You can run a 10-minute mile. Like, woo. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to be pissed. But listen, if they draft me, I don't know if they will. I'm not getting political here. But if they do, this song playing in my earbuds when I'm charging out on the field, that is just fuel. Like, oh my gosh, dude.
I can't be drafted because my brother is military.
That's
is that how that works?
Song.
Damn.
Pretty sure.
Nice.
I think
I can't be drafted because I have a disability.
Like, eventually I would be drafted, you know what I mean? But it's just not in the first couple of waves, probably. Like, if they really needed me, I would probably get drafted. But I'm pretty sure, like, if your family member is, in the military or was former, like, you don't have to. Anyway.
I can't because I am disabled.
I just want to say, everyone, that
I'm not done, by the way.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No. I'm not done.
Yes, Leffen, not done yet.
Go ahead, Leffen. I mean, go ahead, Cole.
Number 4. What? Number 4 is
Leffen 02.
You wouldn't get it.
I don't even.
Jack's got
you know
the-
what's
Jack's
funny?
got the joke.
Here's something funny. You ever listen to a song, you forget about it, and then you look at it again, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot this song even existed. I haven't thought about this song since the moment I pressed stop on it to listen to something else." It is "The Dream Is Always the Same" by Tangerine Dream, and this song is like, when did I even listen to this? Like, I know how it goes. It's just like this instrumental thing. And I would listen to it like very sometimes when I read. Like, it's very nice when you're reading like a little intense scene or whatever. Cause I took a class where I had to read a lot of like fiction books. And I would play that song. You don't have to flex. And it's like,
bro's literate. Dude, that's fucked up.
No, dude, I'm only literate because I read the Spark Notes. Like, there's some books I'm not reading all the way through, man. They can get a little too much.
True.
So I'm like, so that's number 4. I'm like, dude. I didn't even remember this song existed. Number 5, this is top 5, is Toxic by some guy who thinks he's cool, Young X777. It is a 1:24 song. I only listened to that song when I was lifting, and I swear.
Maybe he just
when you said toxic, I thought you were gonna say "Toxic Gossip Train" by Colleen.
I thought he was gonna say "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
I thought he was gonna say "Toxic" Maze BLJ.
Toxic by Britney Spears. No, it's just like it is literally just like it is just the most testosterone song I've ever, like, I'm kind of embarrassed to even mention the song because it is literally just like a really hard, gritty guitar riff. And then this guy just going like, it's just mumble rapping. Ew. And then he goes like, like he just like scream yells or whatever. It's like, honestly, it's like I only listen to that when I'm lifting because I just imagine myself in like those Dragon Ball Z like shorts edits where like, I'm like ripped. I'm totally not. You look in the mirror, it's like boom, like SpongeBob sound effects. But like when I'm lifting, dude, I feel Super Saiyan. I'm ascending Super Saiyan. When I am in the gym, I'm in that time chamber where it's like, you're only in there for a day, but in my mind, it's like a year.
The hyperbolic time chamber. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And that's the top 5. And then, but if you look at my playlist, right below it is like the actual stuff that I love. Like Nuclear Fusion by King Gizzard, Soulful Strut, fucking Silhouette by Kanabun. I don't even watch Naruto, but I had that thing on full blast when I'd go ride my bike. Dude, you listen to Silhouettes, the Naruto theme song and you're like on a bike, you're riding through you're the main character. You are the main character for that brief moment of time, and then you snap back to reality.
Oop, there goes gravity.
And it's like, or like Sexy to Someone by Clairo. Dude, Jim Sullivan, I don't know any of this guy's other songs. He's an interesting artist. He just disappeared one day. Like his car was at the van and he kept his wallet, his keys. And he had a song that's called UFO, and it is a beautiful song. It is an amazing song. And that's not even in my top 10. That's number 11 because this garbage, like, Droopy Likes Your Face made it. Dude, it's just so frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
Crazy. Like, all these other songs that I'm looking at is just like, oh, dude, perfect, fantastic. We got some Joni Mitchell. We got some Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. We got some Apples in Stereo. We got some Stephen Bishop. We got some Alejandro Aranda. We got the Cranberries. Like, we got Guts theme. Like, that would be a cool top 5 if I had Guts theme. Like, dude, by Spotify, horrible. It is a horrible year, horrible time to be a Coley _02 fan, especially just for Spotify reasons. I don't know what to say. Spotify, listen, I love your stuff. I unfortunately pay for it full price now, you bitch, because now I'm not in college, but I guess I save a little money because of tuition. I know myself. Listen, everybody can be like, oh, you made the playlist. Shut up. I know myself. I've been in here in this body honestly, with this mind. I don't think you do. 22 years going on 23.
I don't think you do.
I think you're having an identity crisis right now. I think you're trying to find yourself.
No.
And I think you haven't gotten enough loose
just like those You sound just like those doctors at the hospital. Shut up.
I'm just saying, Cole, I know myself. You literally just went on this whole. You started this whole thing by saying, "Hey guys, I think they count it wrong because they count only songs, your how many times you played the song, not the duration listen." And then you immediately say later on in the conversation that this minute 40 song that you listen to a lot isn't even in your top 100 songs. So I just want to say that maybe,
but that's what I'm saying is maybe like this is just ridiculous.
What maybe Spotify
you have some deep repressed emotions or feelings that you need to work through.
Maybe you don't actually realize how much you're listening to things.
Listen, man. So
because I just want to say
things can be inconsistent, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong. Because here's the thing: is like I think I listen to. I'm going back to this example. Maggot Brain is an incredibly psychedelic, just like insane song. It's 10 minutes and 19 seconds. I listen to it so many times.
Maybe you didn't listen to it as much as you thought you did, man.
And you know what? I listened to that song more than wah, 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 wah. I know that. I know I listened to it more than It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube. I know that I listened to it more than MF Doom.
Like Ice Cube on the playlist.
Here's the other thing. I was on a Tyler, the Creator, obsession. I listened to Call Me If You Get Lost over and over again. And then Chromacopia came out and it was garbage. Sorry for the Tyler fans out there. Chromacopia is the most disappointing album since my son, and I don't even have a child yet.
What? Holy shit, Cole got pregnant? That's crazy.
Tyler, the Creator, should be just in the stratosphere, not even, it's in space. You can't even see him without the Hubble. That's how high up he should be on this list. And he's got one song on this playlist, Hot Wind Blows. That's it.
It's a good song.
That's it. That's all. I listen to him so much. And you know what Spotify said? Dude, we know you better than you. We know you better than... Dude, you were listening to Minecraft music.
Ladies and gentlemen.
More than Tyler.
This is what we call... This guy listens to music so much whenever he's working or whenever he's working out that it just fucks up his whole thing, and then he's magically surprised that his thing is messed up.
I have less minutes listened to this year than like the past few years.
To not argue with facts, so he's resorting to onomatopoeia. This is rough, dude.
I'm just pointing out what Cosmic said earlier too. Since you have less minutes,
is this even
more like
I have
egregious?
not changed my listening. No.
Oh, okay.
I have not listened to the way that I
Cosmic
listen
is
to
getting
music.
up his living. He's tired
all.
of this guy.
This whole year,
so much
and there's
misinformation here.
less data. So wouldn't that mean it was just as accurate in the previous years if I did not change the habits of my listening style, but there is less time? No, that is not how that works.
I mean, I would argue that you worked
So
more
just to be
than
clear,
you did
this
last
is
year,
a list of the
so-
most listened to songs you have versus, hey, here's a playlist that's a composite of all the kinds of stuff you listen to.
It is your most the top 100 songs
sure
is
it's
your
the
top
most.
100 songs.
It's the top 5 in the like fancy little graphic
believe
thing
that
that you can
the top
share on your
100
Snap stories.
The top 100 songs list specifically does go by plays, so he is correct on that. But the artists and not the top 5 artists do not go by that, which is, that goes by. Actually, we don't actually know how they do the top 5 artists. They explicitly state it though for the top 100 songs, and I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, that I've had the most accurate Spotify Wrapped for literally 4 years in a row now. The last time that my Spotify Wrapped was inaccurate was in 2020 when I would spam Lily Pichu on stream because I didn't want to get DMCA'd. And then I was like, why is Lily Pichu my top artist? I don't listen to her that much. And then I realized that I stream all the fucking time and I listen to Lily Pichu all the time. And then you can actually go back, and if you're really honest with yourself, you can see where all the stuff comes from. Like this year, I can all 5 artists that are there, extremely accurate for me. It's not even my top 100 songs, also extremely accurate. Dude, my top 1 song, my top 1 song is Pearl Street. I learned the song for vocal lessons. Of course it's going to be in my top played. And then the other 3 are from the Ariana Grande album. And then the 4th one is another. Actually, my 4th one is a little interesting because I think I only found this song out in October, but I did spam the fuck out of this one song, which is called If You Want by Kenny Titus. Great song.
I just want to say as well that when Cosmic was standing by the door, it was reminding me of that one meme with like Captain America from the Avengers. Where he's So you decided to do drugs, or I don't know what it is.
You got detention.
So you got detention, or like
You just
Dude, listen.
he was just looking like, "Are you ladies done chattering?" Like that's what it looked
pretty
like.
much.
so you think your Spotify Wrapped is inaccurate?
But everyone else's is magically accurate, and only yours is inaccurate.
No,
So
I've
I will
I've talked
say-
to people where theirs is also inaccurate.
So is it possible
they
that you're
claim-
all
So you
under a
talk to
mass
yourself. You talk to the
delusion?
voices in your head.
Listen,
I
I'm
agree
just
with Cosmic here.
asking. Listen,
Maybe you're
I'm
just not keeping it real with
I
yourself.
want to make it. Let me be clear. I am
Let me
not
be clear.
saying that I did not listen to like Droopy Likes Your Face or Cufflink or whatever the top 5. I definitely did. But the thing is,
There he goes.
I want to see a little. I wish I could see a little more detail on some things to sell me of this being exactly accurate. Like, why is Sega number 4? They're out of the top 100 songs. Like, can you give me like?
'Cause you
I don't even care if
listen
you don't
to
make
it.
me a playlist. You got the numbers, you got the code, you got the binary. Just show me the list of like top 300, 400, 500. I'll
Well,
control
I mean,
F,
they do.
search what I want to search.
They show you the top
and
100
then-
songs.
No, that's not enough. You gotta show me a little more proof to put Sega at number 4, but then the only time it shows up in my top 100
Maybe you just listen to a lot
is
of
at
Sega
number
music, man.
58.
Listen to a wide variety of Sega music. Number 1 Sonic fan here.
Wrong. Definitely not. Nope.
Oh, I love Sonic
Listen.
so much.
He does
Dude,
love
I
Sonic
love-
so
but, yo,
much.
dude,
I
here's the
love
thing.
advertising,
But
dude. I love
love
advertising.
the Sonic soundtracks, but I listen to them on YouTube because they are just usually always there.
Maybe
On
YouTube
Spotify,
sells your
they
data.
get taken it down or switched. Well, all right, then tell me. But I know that's not
No,
true.
why would it do that? Then they would lose their
That's what
money.
I'm saying. Anyway,
Actually, they do tell you it's in the terms and conditions that you didn't read.
well, I mean, like to Spotify, Anyway, this is completely not even related. But anyway, like on
Quick
I
question.
listen to Sonic music on YouTube.
Go ahead,
I don't listen to
Cosmic.
it on
What's your
Spotify
question?
Because all the
We're
albums,
just gonna
they're
you
not
just
there.
say your
All the ones
question.
that
We'll
are
talk
here are
over
gone.
Cole. How about that? What's your
just
question?
It's for Cole.
Yeah,
The
no,
question
just
is
talk
for
over
Cole.
it. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I didn't realize that you listened to Claro. That's pretty cool. I like Claro.
Yeah, actually, I got recommended by her by by a Beatles YouTuber. He made a video.
Beatles
fucking
YouTubers?
course.
Guy,
Yeah.
bro. This
Claro and Wise Blood.
So is it,
Wise Blood's good too. Oh, that's
Is it
another
just-
freaking artist I didn't mention that I listened to
Which
a lot.
you
this
was
year.
in my
Boy
top
Pablo.
last year, and I
I don't know
love
when
it.
anyone's heard of Boy Pablo. That's another.
I know,
I've
but
not heard of them. No.
heard of
Did you just listen to Charm, or did you also listen to the Immunity album by Claro?
I just listened to Charm, and really
You should
the
listen-
song I like is "Sexy to Someone." That's the only song
Yes.
I'm like, boom.
The most popular
Tetris.
song. Yeah. Well, second
my
most
Tetris
popular.
long piece in the hole.
You should listen to the Immunity album by her. Really, really good. I would say it's
Not
better
to
than
confuse
Charm.
with her, the artist called her. It's on
True.
that one.
I
Dare
actually
Dare
heard that
song.
was
singer.
a top.
Yeah, she's ridiculous.
It's I you know I feel like I had something else to say, but
Yeah. I mean, I think you've said enough.
I'm just
honestly.
disappointed.
I think we've.
this is what you listen, man. I didn't want to.
You know, I was baiting you. I didn't think I was gonna bait you for like 25 minutes straight. Okay, you know what I mean. I thought it was gonna be like a nice, good 10 to 15 minute segment.
I want the people, you guys. Do you think I'm onto something? Like, do you
You're
think we
not,
should
bro.
have?
No!
You're not
No,
cooking.
do we think
it's burnt,
No,
bro?
no.
The shit you're
He's
cooking
not
is
even burnt. Bro
It's
was
black.
just in the
Let
fucking
me finish my
bathroom.
sentence, people. Let me finish
You
my
better
sentence.
make it to the kitchen.
Look at how rude these people are. They talk over me. This is ridiculous. Do you think we should have Spotify count your plays, not as
Count your blessings,
how
name
many
them one
times
by
the
one.
song has played from beginning to end, but instead it should be the duration, the amount of time you listen to a song, not how many times it starts and stops. It's the duration of time. Because, you know, sometimes I listen to like prog music and there's like some 10-minute songs and it's like I'm only listening to like 2 minutes of it or something because I just want to hear the little ding part, you know?
This just sounds like a skill issue from Cole.
it's
Everyone,
not-
I hate to
You're not
admit
even.
it.
No,
You're pretending
listen,
to be
man.
the chef when you're just the guy in the back doing the dishes.
No, listen.
That's what's happening right now.
Listen, I guarantee if the tables were turned,
I
you
don't
guys
think-
would be feeling the same way. You'd be feeling
It was in 2020. What are you talking about?
No,
I
you
literally
had a
just gave
completely
you-
different thing. You had a completely different thing. It was not
I
the
don't
same.
think I did. I think you just don't
know what,
understand
everyone's
how
like,
much
Man,
you
I did a
work.
lot of streaming this year, guys. Let's look at my Twitch recap. You want to know my Twitch recap, guys? Nothing.
Well,
Top
it's 'cause you didn't-
Scooby-Doo Night of
you didn't
Friends. I had
stream
like
this year.
14 things. No, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's-
we are
it's
not
accurate.
comparable. That is not the same
Yeah.
thing. That is not. I'm not streaming listening to Minecraft music.
Yeah, but you're
I got
working
the
on
delicious
videos in the
OST of
background.
Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights to play.
Yeah, but you're listening to it in the background when you're making your YouTube videos because your YouTube videos is what is to my streaming. You know,
That's what I
like,
wanna listen to.
I stream, you make YouTube videos. You're working to those videos in the background.
Well, you know
I
what I
thought you
listen
were
to
doing the
when I work
instrumental
on
to,
YouTube
like,
And you
videos?
also
the
work out a
analyze
lot
10
because
hours.
you were working out like almost every single day for this whole year, so that like super influences it as well.
During school I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, that's more than me, you know.
But listen, the workout thing I can get, but listen, man, the top songs on here, it's like
Anyway, we've had
the
enough.
ones that those.
What is your album
All
of
right.
the year?
Fine,
Everyone?
Fine.
My album of the year, I'll start because I already have an answer queued up, is You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to by Knocked Loose.
That's a fair pick.
I have been, so I saw Knocked Loose in like the last Warped Tour in 2018. Counting Worms, one of my favorite albums. Like I spam that shit heavily. I did not fuck with A Different Shade of Blue. I did not like that album. And so when this one came out, it was almost like a breath of like fresh air. I was just like, it's good. Holy shit. Dude, every single song on this album is a banger. Top to bottom, there is not a skip. I have never skipped a single song on this whole album. Ever. There's plenty of albums that I listen to where like I will skip like a song every now and again. For example, Architect's 2018 album Doomsday. I will skip Hereafter every now and again because I think that song is a little overrated. And that's one of my favorite albums of all time. And
Or sometimes you just get tired of a song, right?
yeah,
Because you play it too much.
This Knocked Loose album, none, all of them. I loop this album forever. It is just such a beautiful hardcore album. Like I truly like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so perfectly crafted, from the instrumentals to how the vocals are layered to everything. It is just, it is so far beyond like anything else that I've listened to this year, which it was funny because I was trying to like make like a top 5 albums list, and like my number 1, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To. Number 2, Eternal Sunshine by Ariana Grande, and then it was just a fucking gap because I was just like, what the fuck else came out this year that I listened to? Because none of the heavy hitters that I listened to came out this year. Like all the artists I listened to, none of them released anything.
Yeah, I feel like so much of what I've been listening to this year has been me catching up on stuff I've missed.
I've been listening to a lot of older stuff. I've been finding older things and being like, what's popping on.
Or like finding new artists and starting with their back catalog before going into more recent stuff. Like that was kind of me with Denzel Curry a good bit.
2022 and 3. I've listened to a lot of stuff.
I think for that reason, for me, probably my album of the year is I Laid Down My Life for You by JPEG Mafia, who he is kind of like his big solo album after Scary and the Hose, which was like one of the best rap albums of 2023.
Yeah, I love that album.
And I don't know. It's just like I love Peggy's production. I think he's doing something that no one else is really doing to a comparable level of quality. And I think he's a good rapper too. So it's just like the whole package. And that was kind of my album of the year. Although it wasn't really an album, but the whole fucking just Kendrick beef and everything we got out of that was like also
impeccable.
Worthy of a
because even Drake's songs were really fucking good on those as well. Like just to
except for like the last couple of ones, like the Taylor Made and the Hard Part 6.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
But a couple bangers in there. Anyway, album of the year, you two, quickly.
American Motorsports by Bill Murray.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. That lines up. Hey, that lines up with his top artist. Crazy. You know how mine also lines up with my top artist? Number 3 on my list. Go ahead, Cole.
Specifically, I'll say it's the American Motorsports 420cc edition.
What's your album of the year?
Bill Murray the artist or the name of the
does
album?
Cole even have an album of the year? Bro only listens to like the fucking Beatles, who released shit like 50 years ago. So does he even have one?
I was just gonna say fuck this year, but if you really want to get an answer out of me, it's Crying, Laughing, Loving, Lying by Labi Siffre, if that's how you even pronounce his name. I guess I'm a fake because I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, he's a fake.
Also, Bill Murray is the name of the artist. Jaxler. American Motorsports 420cc edition is the name of the album.
I mean, yeah.
I was going to say, because like Bill Murray is an actor, so I don't know if they named him. I wasn't sure they named the album after the actor or not.
No, he said like 3 times that it's the name of the band. That's all I said.
So Bill Murray, the way they spell Bill Murray as a band is BILMURI, and it's all one word. So
yeah, fair enough.
Yep. Bill Murray.
All right, now that we've done an hour of Spotify rap, which I didn't think we were going to do.
I didn't think so either.
Do we want to talk about Twitch recaps, or do we just want to just quickly hit New Year's?
I don't know. I mean, so...
Because I'm down to talk about Twitch recap, but I don't know how much you all care about it. Like, I care. I love
talk about
Twitch.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Some of my stuff on that front.
Yeah.
I actually do have that.
Yeah. Wait, do you
most of
watch
it's just me
Twitch,
watching
Cole?
GDQ.
Do you even have a Twitch Wrapped?
I do, but it's like not even worth looking at. Like it's
who are your top streamers? Are any of us in your top streamers?
Well, here, let me pull it up.
Let's start with Cole. Let's start with let's reverse snake order. Yeah. I told you all to pull it up before the podcast. I just said.
Well, because I literally was just gonna say, like, I literally don't listen. I don't watch anybody. Like, it's probably like 10 hours, like, for Twitch.
Oh, so not like 2007, like me.
Yeah, no.
I think Cosmic has more than me because he has less of a life
right now. Okay,
I have 1.78K.
As a viewer, I guess this is actually more than I thought. Hours watched 239. Days visited 294. My top categories were just chatting, frights, art, Twilight Princess, and then BFBB. I have watched so little Twitch that there's supposed to be a top 6.
There's top 5.
I only have 5.
No, there is only a top 5.
No, it's only a top 5.
It's only a top 5.
Oh,
dummy.
I guess. Okay, then never mind then. But my top watch channel is literally Bob Ross.
Based.
And that's it. because I would just like put them on the background.
Did I make your top 5?
What was your other 5? Come on, rattle them off.
My other 5 was GDQ, Bewildebeest, a comp for like Game Grumps, and then Nestani. And that's it.
Hey, that's me.
All right, I'll take it if Nestani.
Yeah, I'm the GOAT. I did a stream at all this year.
And then my like streamer recap is basically not even worth going over.
Wow.
Not really stream,
I wasn't going to go over our streamer recaps. I don't think any of our streamer recaps are interesting besides Cosmic's, because he's the only one that actually kind of has an audience.
He's the famous guy.
Yeah, we don't really have an audience.
All right.
I was just go for viewer.
All right, for me, I watched 4.3K hours on Twitch this year, which is
what the fuck is wrong with you?
So here's the deal. I will throw Twitch on my phone to fall asleep to. So I pick up like...
He's cheating.
Yeah, I cheat.
Okay.
I have 2K raw. I'm watching it. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like I pick up like double that because I do the overnight shit and I just leave my phone on, or I'll just like leave my computer on because I'll like leave someone's stream on so that they get like the little extra viewership.
Them Tyler Durden viewing hours,
Yeah. So weirdly it says I had 358 distinct days visited, which doesn't make sense
because there are
not that many distinct days in the year.
There's 365 days in the year, you dumbass.
Oh, I read that as just...
That's so harsh. What the hell?
Look, I have a headache. I'm doing my best here. So my top 5 channels watched. Number 1 was GDQ, because GDQ is what I put on to go to sleep. I have like 586 hours in just GDQ alone.
Yeah, who would ever thought?
enough.
It's a huge fall off from there. But then my number 2 is Pippi in a top hat. She's a speedrunner as well. All of my 5 are like speedrunning or speedrunning adjacent.
Who would have thought?
It's Pippi in a top hat. 3 is Spike Vegeta. 4 is Shasta, and then 5 is Helix. So
damn, not Nestani. What the fuck? What a fake ass bitch.
Yeah. Somehow I'm also a top 10% viewer in just chatting, which I don't understand because I don't know who I would watch that falls under just chatting. I don't know if they put it on just chatting on GDQ when they do their reruns. I don't know.
Might be,
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it might
depends.
be.
I also watched a shitload of Melee and a shitload of Pokemon Unite this time around, which is funny.
You watch Pokemon? Never mind. We're not gonna get into it.
I do.
I'm just gonna abstain.
That's my
my
recap.
Mr. Cosmic.
Cool. I have 1.78K hours watched. My top 5 were Dangerous, Death Tropes, Maxi Lobes, Jaxler 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tampa Never Sleeps. Tampa Never Sleeps is a FGC channel that hosts tournaments pretty much every evening.
Okay.
So I usually tune into them. Dangerous and Death Tropes were like within 4 hours of each other. Maxi, I think in the past has usually been the one that I've watched most, but he's streaming. He starts streams so late now
that you don't get to
that I can. Yeah, hey, I am always there.
Someone
like
else who does that. They're in the call right now.
It's true.
Yeah.
But he always starts so late, so I'm always there like for a couple of hours at least. And then I'll like have to dip and go to bed, but like Dangerous or Death Tropes, because they're in earlier time zones for me, and well, Maxi's also in an earlier time zone for me, but Maxi is a night streamer. Dangerous and Death Tropes get home from their 9 to 5s and then basically start stream. Yeah. So, yep. So I'm in there for a pretty long time. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. I mean, for some reason, I'm a top 10% viewer in Silent Hill 2 Remake, or maybe this is just to Silent Hill 2 in general, because I watched a lot of that game. For some reason, I don't really know why.
Crazy. I don't think we could have ever guessed why.
Well, I mean, I don't even like Silent Hill 2 Remake, but I like OG, so maybe it's smushing them both together.
Yeah, they might be doing
I don't know. And then there's a random Biohazard or Resident Evil art that I don't recognize, but I assume it's RE1 Remake. So I'm like, cool, I guess. The other categories were like Marvel 3, Ultimate Marvel 3, Devil May Cry, and then specifically the first game, and then Fashion Police Squad, because that's Dangerous was grinding that a lot this year, Fashion Police Squad. So that's me.
That's me. All right,
Yeah,
ladies. Oh wow, that burp came out.
So
hairball.
yeah.
And then so here's my Twitch recap to everyone. Yippee! This is I love seeing my Twitch recap. This is like one of my favorite things. It's right. Or sorry, there was Spotify because it's really accurate and it like displays like the information of like how much you watched and who you watched and stuff. It's like really cool. And so I had 2.07 hours, so a little over 2,000 hours watched on Twitch because I watch a lot of Twitch. I only had 354 days visited, but in my defense, I work like 12-hour days sometimes. So like, come on, I can't be on
only
that
most
every day.
days of the year.
Yeah, only like most days of the year. I mean, I think all three of you have more days visited than I do, right?
Maybe
No, Cole doesn't.
Cole doesn't.
Cole doesn't. Well, I meant you two. Sorry, not Cole.
Yeah, we do. By about 4 more days.
Yeah. See, Anyway, so I'm actually going to start at the bottom because my bottom is more interesting to me because I really have a big 3 and then a gap. It's like it's not close.
So what is it? Cutie Cinderella, Quarter Jade, and Lily Pichu? That's the top 3?
No.
Damn.
2 out of 3 though. So my number, number 5. It's ETNA's very own DECosmic. It's not Jax. Jax did not make my list this year.
I didn't?
No.
Damn, I didn't stream enough. Holy shit.
This guy either A, doesn't stream, or B, streams at like fucking 12 a.m. I have to go to bed. What are you doing? I can't be there. And you know what DECosmic does? He streams Saturday morning, or he streams Sunday morning mainly. And he streams on Sunday morning. I'm there, and I watch his stream front to back because a lot of times on Sundays, normally, like, it's kind of a 50-50 whether I stream Smite or not. And so all the days that I don't stream Smite,
you watch it? Yeah.
He's just on in the background. I'm just lurking. So I have 68 hours watching Cosmic stream. I should have watched 1 more hour. It's really on me. I'm kind of
tragic, honestly. Dude.
I'm just going to blame Twitch for not tracking it well enough and should have put me at 69. I think
they should have rounded up, honestly.
Maybe they have that Spotify problem if they're not accurate enough. And then my number 4.
Who knew that decreasing the sample size would make things less accurate?
Crazy, I don't know. Anyway, so my number 4 is kind of surprising, kind of not. It's Cody Schwab, Mr. Cody. I do watch a lot of Melee. And I lurk in Cody's stream a lot, mainly because I want to give him the viewer, even though it's kind of funny because I'm subscribed to Cody, so it doesn't really matter if I view a stream because I'm not giving him ad revenue or anything. But
is that the way it works?
Yeah, but I always subscribe to Cody because I always want to support him because I feel like, he needs it more than like other people. Like I only subscribe to 2 people on Twitch. One is Mango because he has the best emotes on Twitch. Minor side tangent. All of my emotes, all of my top emotes were Mango emotes. Every single one. Obviously, my most used emote, if you've ever seen me type in a Twitch chat ever, you can guess what it is.
Mango Typer.
Mango Typer is literally the best emote ever made. It's not close. Sorry, Jaxler At Jaxler are really good. Mango Typers, Mango Nanners.
Yeah, Jaxler was my most used emote.
I believe it. Yeah,
it's just perfect. It's a perfect emote.
Cody kind of surprised me, but like in like the first like half of the year, he streamed a lot in the mornings, and so whenever I would work from home, I would normally throw up his stream on in the background because it's pretty much my morning streams. Like if you ever want me to farm hours on your stream, by the way, go live Monday through Wednesday in the morning. That's like
I was live today, or the day that we're recording in the morning. So
and guess who was in your stream?
Evidence shows. Yeah,
and I'm
evidence shows.
I was there pretty much the whole time. But yeah, so I racked up a lot of hours on Cody throughout the year because he used to stream like pretty much like morning to night, and I would just be like in that bitch. So it makes sense. And then so he had 95 hours watched, and then we jumped to 174. we basically double it. And my third place, to literally no one's surprise on the entire planet Earth, is Cutie Cinderella. Like, I mean, come on.
There you go.
Like, Cutie, like, and if we include like total time watched of a creator, Cutie Cinderella is definitely my most viewed creator of the year because I watch every single episode of Wine About It, both Patreon and normal. I also watch all the Fear Ann episodes she's on. I also watch every single podcast she guest stars on, and then I watch most of her YouTube videos as well.
Damn.
I think you might be obsessed.
Dude, genuinely, I think Cutie is the funniest person on Twitch. I don't think it's close. Like, she's so fucking funny. Like, and she also streams in the style that I like. It's like an actual, like,
the stream of consciousness, right?
In my opinion, it's the way a streamer should be. And she's just like streaming and she's in the flow and she's doing the thing. She farms clips sometimes, but like the new meta. Okay, we're kind of getting into this. The new meta of like Twitch streaming right now, especially at the top, is a lot of clip farming. And certain people, if you watch their stream, you can see their little fucking brains looking for a clip. And they're like not even engaged with whatever the person is saying to them or whoever they're talking to. Yeah. They're looking for a clip. I implore you all, watch a Senna stream. She hunts for it. She's like the most obvious one where you can see her hunting for the clip. And like it works. She's really popular. She won Sapphire Award, blah, blah, blah. She's cool. But like she used to be a better streamer in my opinion because she used to not do the clip farming. Cutie is one of the giants that doesn't do the clip farming and she just streams. And I personally, I've been a Twitch vlog since 2013. I like streaming. I like when people are just like playing a game or they're, you know, Cutie does a lot of baking. She's just like baking, doing the thing and just yapping to chat, right? That's like the whole thing that I like. And she does it very well. And she's also just really fucking funny. Anyway, Cutie Center.
Yeah, because if you're good enough, you don't need to clip farm, right?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Mm-hmm. But also, if you want to go nuclear, you have to clip farm, right? Because, hey, Senna, Kai, all of them, far more viewers than Cutie has. And it's not close because she's like a 4K Andy. Like, Senna was averaging 8K today. Like, what are you going to do? Anyway, and then in second place with 190 hours, we're getting pretty close. Now we're all pretty close on hours. I don't think anyone could ever guess my number two. TPQKGKT TPQKGKT.
Is that Simply?
Group Master Band. Yeah, it's Simply.
I can't believe I lost to Mario 64.
You lost to Mario 64. You lost to Simply, ladies and gentlemen. No one could have ever guessed that the Simply brand. Dude,
technically he lost to me because I was at the bottom of the chain. So
that's true. Yeah, he made it to the
closest proximity. You know? Yeah, in closest proximity, he lost to me.
Did I tell you the Simply story I have at a GDQ where I had to play him in a Smash?
Oh yeah,
it was like the first. Yeah, okay, yeah. But
I mean, you can tell it again now that you've baited the podcast.
Now that they brought it up,
now you have to go.
So it was whatever GDQ was like the first GDQ where Smash Ultimate existed. So we ran like a Smash Ultimate tournament at the event, and I ended up having to play Simply in order to make it. I don't know if it was out of pools or to make it in the top 8 or what have you, but I had to play Simply's Crom.
Yeah.
Versus my Ridley. And he reverse 2-0'd me. And I've had a grudge against him ever since.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good at fighting games.
He's good.
Like he's also played Melee a shit ton. He's
just kind of a gamer. Crom. What a guy.
Yeah. Got smoked.
Crom's cool.
I watch a lot of Mario 64.
I play Young Link. I'd fuck him up in Melee. I don't know who he plays, but I'd fuck him up.
Honestly, I think you all are probably relatively close in skill. You're probably still better than him. I would, if I had to imagine, because he hasn't played Melee in a while. But I think like his peak probably matches your like normal. But anyway, yeah, Simply was my number 2. 190 hours. We're like no one's really surprised. I watch Mario 64 like all the fucking time. It's one of my top categories, obviously. Also, all my top categories make sense as well, correlating to the streamers that I watch. And
just chatting.
Yeah. And my number one streamer is Quarter Jade. It's Jody for the second year in a row. Like it's really just not like she's just incredibly funny, entertaining. I also just like watching Valorant. It's a very good second monitor. So like a lot of times like it's funny because I act like all my hours in Cutie streams are actively watching Cutie for the most part. Like I very rarely like lurk in her streams. I'll lurk in Jody's streams from time to time and won't actively watch her as much, but it is a lot of active watching. And I think that's like the main thing about my list that's like different from most people is that I'm actively watching Twitch streams. I'm not a very heavy side monitor user except for like
I'm very guilty of side monitor.
Yeah, like I
have to be doing multiple things or else my brain gets upset.
But that's the thing is that Twitch is a side monitor thing. That is the whole point, is that it's a side monitor. But I personally, since I love streaming so much, I I view it in the lens of I'm actively watching you. So she's my number one. It's really not surprising. She's fucking funny as hell. My top categories, to no one's surprise, Just Chatting, Valorant, Super Mario 64, Melee, Smite. Like, I mean,
bro, pick top
just check off all the boxes, man.
Yeah, it's really just like it's like the Rolodex right there. And I think the funniest thing about my Twitch recap is that 57% of all of my chats sent were sent in Jax's stream.
Yeah, that's true.
Because why are you gonna type in a big streamer's chat? It's just like, what does that accomplish?
I don't talk.
Yeah.
I'll send like an OM, that's the most I'll send in a big streamer's chat. Like I think I had like 60 chats in
Nestani.
Joey's stream.
Dun.
Yeah, no, I don't chat except for my friend's streams. Anyway, do we want to talk about New Year's resolutions? Does anyone actually care about New Year's resolutions? That's just really like, do you all do them? Because I am a hard believer that I don't give a shit about New Year's resolutions. If you want to do something, you do it and you start now. You don't wait for the new year. You start now and you go and you go and you start moving that needle.
Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes, like, I would say the culture of New Year's resolutions existing is nice because it is a reminder that you need to be working towards something.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes it's really easy to become complacent and stagnate.
Yeah.
So it's like the fact that we have that built into our calendar as like something to think about, I think is good. But I mean, no one ever fucking sticks to.
I'm going to work out this year, guys. No, you're not. You're just not.
No, you're not.
If you want to work out, try working out in like March.
Well, and like my thing too is, especially with my health, it's like I need to be careful with the way that I set goals, because if I like ask too much of myself or ask of myself in a way that isn't realistic with how not deterministic my health can be, then it's like I'm setting myself up for failure, right? Like I almost kind of set myself up for failure with the most recent YouTube video I did, where I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell people that I'm going to do it. And then I was like this close to just scrapping the whole thing because I was, that was a skill issue. Let's just be real. It was a skill issue. But, it's like, that being said, Yeah,
it's just a thing where like I think if you are going to set a New Year's resolution, it has to be something abstract. It can't be like hyper specific. I think that's like the main thing for me. It's just like, like
that's exactly it.
I remember in 2021, which was the fittest year of my life when I was like super in shape. My whole goal that year was just be healthier, period. Just try to be healthier.
Gotta have themes.
Yeah, I like themes for the new year rather than resolutions for the new year.
CGP Grey right there.
Yeah.
ChatGPT?
No, CGP Grey.
He actually has a whole video about
C3PO?
themes. But that's the idea of like, don't make a resolution super specific. Like if you want a body where it's like, I want to be like super ripped, like I want to weigh this specific amount of weight. Like,
I wish I looked like Lil Nas X.
You need to do year of health.
That guy's
because the thing is that if you do a theme, then any progress you make will be a positive and you're going to feel good about yourself. But if you make it something hyper specific, even if you don't reach the exact goal that you want, you're going to be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even have to I like to do themes by season. Like, this summer was like, actually this summer's not the best example, but like last summer or last like fall/winter was like theme of like gym, like theme of health. Like that was when I lost my most weight and gained my most muscle and stuff like that. And I think it works. I think it's a good idea. So that's just my thoughts on New Year's stuff.
Themes are lit. Does anyone have a New Year's theme? Like a resolution? Do we have any themes of going to next year, or just really just like anything you want to do or accomplish or work towards? Anything? Anyone?
I think for me, my big thing is really like I've kind of been working on this year. I think is when that really started to work on it. But like figuring out like what it is that I really want to do with myself and what really matters to me.
Same.
Because it's like my problem is I'm decently good at a bunch of different things. But that doesn't necessarily lend itself to giving myself a direction to move forward in, right? So it's like, and also just trying to do things for me and not to do it because it'd make other people happy, like, you know, making my parents proud of me, or like, you know, doing what the people around me want to see or think is good for me.
Yep.
I know it's pretty abstract, but
well, I'm in a similar boat, and I feel like I don't know where I fit into the world, and that's what I want to figure out next year. Not even like figure out, because I feel like that's something you
could spend your whole life figuring that out.
Yeah.
I just want to feel a little bit more comfortable fitting into a spot. So,
yeah, I mean,
that's mine.
My end of year kind of ended with me sort of starting on a lot of stuff that I was wanting to do anyway, which, so like
Bro
around...
had a ruck goal in the pocket.
It's
and now
true,
he's tucking.
yeah.
Yeah, he's tucking.
He's rocking
that
and
shit's
tucking.
tucked
Well,
away.
even beyond that, right? It's
smooth
like
down there.
when I... No, I don't manscape. And I'm also really hairy, so...
You guys are going to get
that's
so
just
many
never-
ads now that he said
I
that.
can't tell if this is an
Unlucky.
ad. I can't tell if this is
Like-
good or bad publicity for DECosmic right now. 'Cause
It's fine, dude. Yeah. It's all
Some
good,
people
but
fuck with that. Some people don't.
some people fuck with the hairiness. Yeah, it's cool. Bzzz. Anyway, but like at the
Not
very
the product placement. We gotta get that Manscaped money off first.
Placement.
the MM. So in like July, when I got shipped off to a different branch at my old job, the me of old definitely would have just taken it on the chin and, you know, stayed there for a while until probably something like the new year. But the fact that I just went out and got a different job and then kind of ended this year on a pretty good note between my weight loss and having this new job where I'm making much more money.
So much more money than all three of us combined.
In a much better environment too. I think really the thing for me next year is going to be continuing the theme of feel the fear and do it anyway. So
I think I'm not going to put it as eloquently as Cosmic, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. But I think my theme, because I've been thinking about this whole time, because I didn't actually like think of my own answer before, you know, here, because why would I ever think of something beforehand? I have to do it on the spot.
True.
And I have to like fill time with things like this while I'm still like kind of formulating the sentence in my head.
this is also a freestyle rap strategy as well, where you have key phrases that you go to in order to fill time and then fill out the vocabulary later on in
like
the
what
rap.
Harry Mack does. The Harry
True,
Mack, he uses
yeah.
his own name as a filler word. Anyway, I think my like goal for this year is really just to kind of keep doing what I've been doing, like keep moving the needle forward, because I feel like late last year I started vocal lessons and I started moving that needle forward of getting better at vocal lessons, and this year I started moving the needle forward on working out. Like back in like May, I haven't really lost any substantial weight until like last month, really, like because I was like basically 1 or 2 days a week, like I couldn't really keep on the train, but I was still moving the needle at least a little bit. And so I think like going in the next year, like I think my biggest downfall of this year was that I fell off the train. And for me, it's really hard to start and stop. I'm a terrible start and stopper. Like if I'm going, I go, and no one really goes as hard as I do. If I'm like in rhythm and I'm going, I'll just keep going. Because that was kind of like what happened in like 2022 and 2023, is that I just kept going. I never stopped. I never got off the train, and I was just going, right? I did all the Scooby stuff in 2022, and then 2023, I immediately transitioned to Lunistus. I did GDQ. I did Puppies. I learned Sacred Stones. And then I was like, oh, I should like take a break. And then I basically have taken a break this whole fucking year, and I've done nothing with it, which I'm not very happy about, if you couldn't tell. And I feel like this whole year has just been, part of it is just I haven't really known what I wanted to do with my life. I still don't really know what I want to do with my life. But instead of just like sitting in place and being like, I don't know what I want to do with my life, I'm getting sick of that. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to move as many needles as possible in all different directions. And that's kind of my theme for this year, is just move every needle ever. If I think about it, I'm going to do it. Right. Like, I'm doing vocal lessons. Fucking, I've started Mario. I'm gonna keep doing Mario. I'm probably gonna start doing something with YouTube more than I'm doing with the podcast. You know, because I mean, even with the podcast, I started doing shorts. I hate editing shorts. I fucking hate them. But if we want this thing to grow, I've got to do it right, and I've got to get good at it. And you know, I've literally, fun fact: the short that we uploaded last week, or not last week, a couple weeks ago, like I literally sent Cole a short of like camera movements in and out, in and out, in and out, and I'm like, man, if I have to edit shorts like this, I want to fucking jump. And then I immediately edit a short like that. And I got like 2,300 views on TikTok. So like it's just like our most viewed TikTok. And I'm
there
like,
you go.
Okay, cool. But it's like I'm moving the needle on that, and then like I'm going back to school, so I'm gonna move the needle on that. So then hopefully I can get a proper like better job. If like Mario doesn't work out, or streaming doesn't work out, or this podcast doesn't work out, or any of the other things that, you know, that's in my back pocket, right? And so I'm just like, I just want to move all these forward, and I don't want to drop anything, right? I just want to keep it all going, and then just anything else, I just want to just start moving needles, because like, I don't know, I feel like I can't just sit here and be like, I don't know what I want to do, because I feel like I'm just wasting time. And at least if I'm just moving a bunch of things at once, like maybe I'll just naturally latch onto one more than the other, or gravitate one more than the other. And then if I don't latch onto anything, I'm still doing something, right? Until I figure it out of like what I want to do eventually, because I've spent a lot of time this year just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then I get in this rut, and then like, you know, I had like a super depression flare up for like 2-3 months, which you all probably saw on the podcast. And you know, that's why Gracie Abrams is number 5 on the list. But you know, and so I'm like, I like, and like, I think like my major thing is just like moving the needles even when I don't feel like it. That's kind of like my biggest thing. Because it's easy to move a needle when you want to move a needle. It's easy to make progress when you want to make progress, but when you don't want to make progress, and when you don't want to do something, that's when you really have to be like, do I want this? You know, is this a thing that I want to do? You know, because I've had so many things throughout the year, this year with vocal lessons, where like I'll just come home from lessons and I'll just cry, just straight up. I'm just like, no, like, you know, I'm just destroyed, and it's just so many times, and it's just like, but now I can clearly say that today I am far better of a singer than I was last year, right? And I'm like, and I know that this year I'm gonna do the same. All year, and it's gonna fucking suck, but I'm like, I just gotta keep showing up, you know. And that's just like, that's my whole thing, is just keeping going. And I feel like I'm to the point now mentally where like I'm able to just like keep moving things forward even if I'm not feeling it. Like I think I proved that to myself, like with this podcast in a way, because like there were so many times where like I didn't want to have anything to do with this podcast, but I still showed up, I still edited it, I still did the thing, and like, you know, we're still running it. So, and I think this podcast honestly is one of my highlights of 2024. I think this is, I think it's been really good. I think we've had our ups and downs, obviously, but like if you're doing something every week, you know, you're going to have ups and downs on episodes, you know.
In a weird way, it's been really big for me, because one of the things I've been struggling so much with this year is consistency. And like, you know, part of my worry going into this was like, am I going to be able to do this every week, you know, because I didn't have all that much confidence in myself, right? But it's just like, I'm really glad we took the leap, because it's like, you know, it feels like everyone and their mother starts a podcast and then never continues to follow through with it. But I think it kind of means a lot and says a lot about us that we managed to see this through. So
it's been a pretty dope 6 months so far. So, you know,
this is a aside, but I apparently I never told my brother that I did a podcast, and he was like, dude, how long have you been doing this? And I'm like, we're on episode like 27. And he's like, you've been doing this for 27 weeks and you never told me? And I'm like, I thought I did. And he was so mad. That's the Cam. I think he's left a comment somewhere at some point.
Now we're going to be,
he's working through the backlog, which I'm very appreciative of. But yeah. Not to toot our own horns, cool. But we're cool. And if you're watching this after all these episodes, thank you so much for joining us. You're also
pretty cool.
You're also pretty cool, despite all the evidence to the contrary. I mean, come on. What was that one comment? Like the 40-year-old virgin podcast or whatever in one of our shows?
That was a banger comment.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
good.
banger
good.
comment.
It was
That still
funny.
lives rent free in my head.
Yeah.
My favorite was the response to that from the channel that said, "Yep, you found the right place."
I think Nestani might have read that one.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
enough.
sure I'm the only one that comments from the thing. So yeah, if you see
I don't
an
think I
ETNA
do, yeah.
comment, it's me because I run all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we're here after another year. I can't imagine why we wouldn't be, but
Yeah.
hopefully this won't be the only New Year's episode for us.
Right.
And we're not
That's
a
true.
speedrun podcast too. We managed to like not be a speed.
Except for
We're
next week.
speedrun adjacent.
Except for next week when we are definitely going to be a speedrun podcast next week because two of us are going to GDQ and they're recording an episode.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Look forward to that. They will have at least one guest, maybe two guests, whatever they decide to do.
We gotta find two.
But
gotta find some
me and Cole will not be on the next episode. I'm sorry. Wait, before I outro, does anyone have anything else to say on New Year's, or are we good? Or
I'm pretty good.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel so we feel like it's worthwhile to keep doing.
So then, So next week, two people going to GDQ. There still will be an episode. It'll just be Cosmic and Jax. They will be doing something with one or two people. Look forward to that. It's going to be lit. Me and Cole won't be there because I'm broke as fuck. Cole doesn't really go to GDQs, and so. But I think I want to go to SGDQ 2025. So we might have at least three of us there. It depends on a lot of things, but yeah. So just look forward to that. Much different episode. Obviously, it's not going to be super high quality. We're probably just going to do the phone recording thing again, like we did for PMC. But I think the episode turned out really well, regardless. So
thank
be
you,
excited for
PMC
that.
trilogy.
True. PMC is just
vote.
yeah.
He just makes.
Let's just grab him again, bro. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, we could. However, I would highly prefer you not to grab him again.
That's fair. Yeah, absolutely.
We have at least a couple
What if
more
we grabbed
guests
him
before
but just
we repeat
forced him to
guests.
like sit in the background of the episode? That would be so fucking funny.
He just sits there like
He
this.
produces the episode. He just like moves around the camera.
He's just holding the phone like a dad at like a sports game.
That would be
All right, Junior.
That would be funny as hell.
Yo, I'm just talking to you and say, yo, thanks for recording, Unc, or something like I don't know. Uncle PMC.
Great.
Yeah, thanks for watching the episode, guys. Have a happy new year. Hopefully 2025. If you didn't have a good 2024, hopefully 25 was better. And if you had a really good 2024, hopefully it's worse so that the other people feel better about themselves for you having such a good year. Because like fuck you. for
Say
having
some
a good
holly
year.
jolly for the rest of us.
Yeah, I think it's time for you to have a slump. Have a good week, everyone.
Later, y'all.
Bye bye.
Bad.